Hey now, everybody. Good morning. It's the Rob from Kiss 106 and 103GBFRocks.com. Alongside, once again, my tag team partner in podcasting. Welcome back to the show, Travis. Not Travis C.N. Almas.
No,
just Travis.
just Travis. Yeah, I'm like, who would I say? Elias. I don't need a last name.
Yeah, or Cesaro.
Cesaro. Yeah.
Or you don't need a first name there, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of times they ditch the first name. This is nothing new for Vince.
No.
In fact, I'm actually, to be honest with you, surprised it took this long.
And I would be willing to bet that whenever Lars Sullivan comes in, he's just going to go as Lars.
I've been seeing headlines this morning about Lars.
Have you?
Are things getting worse for him, or is it just rehashing old stuff?
I don't know. I haven't seen these headlines.
I just saw that his whole thing may be in jeopardy. His whole main roster.
That was the last thing I saw. So hopefully not. We'll see.
Man, if that's the case, just imagine you work your whole life to do something like this. Like, as wrestling fans, we can all appreciate the struggle that goes into making it. You do it, and then just you're mentally, I guess, is scared the right word?
I would say so. Afraid of failing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because I've been to that point, when early in my radio career, like it would be really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
To be afraid of failure, or once you're really trusted with a ball to run with.
Right.
That was the thing. Or even it's like when I was never a sports kid growing up. I was never any good at sports. And every time I was at the plate in baseball, it was just terribly nerve-wracking for me.
They would tell you to choke up, and you're like, I'm going to choke. I promise.
I was Rob Strike 3 Hirschbuel. And it was never something I looked forward to, or I guess that's the closest I can come, but I always went to bat.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Lars is so bad if what we read is true. And I feel like 90% of the time it usually is.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's too scared to get to the plate.
It's what it sounds like. And that's a shame, but
it is.
What are you going to do? You got to have a plan B.
Well, we haven't talked at all about SmackDown off the air, and I'm excited too, because there were some I have a lot of compliments about SmackDown last night.
Yeah, I have some compliments and then
some criticism.
Yeah.
I don't know which show won the week. I'm actually thinking maybe Raw had some more groundbreaking things happen.
Yeah.
But let me tell you some things SmackDown did really well.
Okay.
First of all, even though it's only January, I feel like, and I hate when people use this term to describe a good match and not a great match, I feel like there's a potential match of the year last night on SmackDown.
With Rey
and Andrade.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't be match of the year. Like, hopefully something better will come along. Top it,
yeah.
When's the last time you saw a match like that on SmackDown?
It's been a while. Probably
except for last week.
Yeah, except for I don't know. I can't really think of one.
That's the thing. SmackDown. That's the best match on SmackDown in probably years.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is a show that just had AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan a few times last year. They've had some really good stuff. They've had AJ Styles as champion all last year. And now you got Rey and Andrade having what I feel is the best match on that show in probably years.
Yeah, I agree.
So that is really good. It was cool. Like, they just kind of recognized that they had this chemistry last week, and that was the feud. Yeah. They didn't need to do anything corny or hokey.
Now, with that, I'm kind of hoping they don't overdo it, though, because I remember when they had, was it Rey and, or no, maybe it's Sin Cara and Alberto Del Rio. It was either one of the two with Alberto, and it was just every week. Kind of like the Randy Orton and Wade Barrett feud.
Okay, sure.
Every week.
Well, listen, if we can put some sort of story into it, that's cool.
Yeah.
Give them a reason to do it. And yeah, you're right. Especially with cruiserweight stuff like this, or the high flying style, you'll start to see a lot of the same stuff. But yeah, I mean, if they would have put that match on the Rumble or something like that,
it'd been great.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That would have been killer. So
absolutely.
If they build to something and not just sustain, all on board, man.
Yeah.
I'm all on board. So that was something I think that we're all going to agree was a positive.
Oh, absolutely.
What a great way to get things going.
Here's one. How about that throat punch from Becky Lynch? Did you see that?
I don't think I may have been preparing dinner and stuff while that was going on.
She drilled, and she retweeted it too. She drilled Peyton Royce like, I guess it was right before their match or something like that. She just throat punched her. And like, I went back and I've watched that video. I'm like, that's hilarious. Like she got her good.
I will double check that one because that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
The way she started the show, I thought it was interesting seeing her because she guzzled that shake from is it Otis? What's his name?
I don't even know.
The guy from War Machine or what is it? Heavy Machinery?
Oh, Otis Dosovich. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was making that weird shake with, was it like, I don't know if that was flour or protein powder or what that was as a base. And then there was pancakes. There was whole eggs, including shells, and just other grossness. And Becky just downs a sip of it.
She had no shame.
And just like, it's a little weak, you know, walks out to the ring to a hero's entrance. I didn't think it really went too far, but that's fine. You just need to have home runs every single week.
Yeah.
Leading to a match with Peyton Royce. While I think she's slamming hot, you know, Peyton's not someone I go to for in-ring action.
No, I think she's getting there though. She's getting there.
Yeah.
I think they'll be a good contender for the tag team titles, her and Billie Kay.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna win it. They're not gonna be the first ones.
Jerry and I disagree on this. I am team Peyton Royce, taking nothing away from the looks of Billie Kay. Travis Sams, we look to you. Who is the hotter of the two?
That's
split the difference. Jerry likes Billie.
That's Peyton Royce.
That's what I think too.
It's Peyton Royce.
Oh my gosh, she does it for me. But you know what else? She may not even be the hottest woman on that show because you know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going.
Oh my God. First of all, another very Attitude Era like segment.
Yes.
In the hotel room with was it Jey Uso?
Jimmy
Uso. Thank you. I still can't tell them apart. It will never.
I mean, they're twins, so that's fair enough.
What's funny is Brittany can tell them apart and I can't.
Their beards. I can tell them apart by their beards.
Whatever the case may be, going into Mandy's dressing room. And oh my God, when she unrobed or disrobed or whatever, it did not remind you of Trish Stratus?
It did.
Back in the day?
It did. But here's the thing. That was one of my criticisms about the show. I feel it was so, I mean, I know it's staged, but it's one of those things.
What?
Yeah, right? But it's one of those things where, okay, Jimmy's going to be sneaking into her hotel room. There's a camera following him around.
Well, sneaking is not the right word.
Well,
because he was asked to go. He was invited.
But he was trying to, it made it seem like he was trying to avoid getting caught by his wife. But the thing is, there's a camera in the room, and then a photographer pops out of the bathroom and takes a picture of him. I'm like, Jimmy shouldn't be afraid either way. He's got proof right here. Like, he didn't do anything.
Well, but he was in on it. He was working her.
Right. But that was before you find that out. Like,
yeah.
I'm thinking, like, she's trying to set him up. There's a camera right here facing you guys. All he's got to do is go back and say, hey, watch SmackDown from last week. I didn't do anything.
That doesn't work in wrestling, no. It's not the way it works.
No. And then the fight with them in the hotel room, I was like, it kind of ended. You mean she threw you over a chair and you're done? Like,
when Naomi appeared, I mean, she looked just like a Power Ranger, or just looked absurd.
Yeah.
It was so goofy. But again, it's goofy Attitude Era stuff. The way I describe this, especially in 2019, it's like, it's better than nothing. Is it great? No. Is it awful? Probably not. But it's better than just sending them out there.
Yeah.
To me. And just saying, oh, here's Mandy Rose and Naomi. They don't like each other. Now they're fighting.
Yeah.
They're putting some level of thought into it, which to me, I like. And then, my God, I don't know why I never, when you like list the hottest women in wrestling right now, for some reason she doesn't jump to my mind first. And I think after last night, she's going to.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And like, think about, because you watched the Tough Enough she was on, right?
Yeah, yeah. Or no, that was NXT back in the day.
No, I'm talking Tough Enough.
Who?
Mandy Rose was on Tough Enough. She came in second.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Naomi. But yes.
Okay. Yeah. She came in second to that Sarah Joe?
Sarah Lee?
Whatever.
Sarah Lee.
Yeah, Sarah Lee. Like, look at these people. Like, how could you? How?
She didn't have the in-ring ability. Neither did Sarah Lee, but more people liked her, I guess.
Guys, I don't care what the wrestling different. Mandy Rose is what a female wrestler is.
But think about this. The only two people from that series that are left, Velveteen Dream and Mandy Rose. Neither one of them won.
It took isn't there another one? Is Sonya Deville one? Or there's another.
Was she on that one? She might have been.
I think she was. But Velveteen Dream, I didn't realize at first that he was on that show either. Look at him, a personality explosion like that. Yeah. That season's actually cooking out some, real champs.
Yeah, and if only what was it that guy that won Zeke.
I think it was. Oh no, ZZ.
ZZ.
I think it was. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
He wrestled alligators.
Well, I thought he was a pretty solid choice for the guys, to be honest with you.
He just couldn't hack it.
But he was not. He wasn't ready.
No. Speaking of being ready, I think that Shane O'Mac and The Miz, they're ready for that tag team title.
Do you think they're going to take it at the Royal Rumble?
Oh yeah, they're going to take it.
Interesting.
I think they're going to take it into Mania. I don't think they'll keep it past Mania, but
see, I think if they get the belts, or even if they don't, this is to build to a Miz Shane Mania match.
You think so?
I do. Yes, I think they'll be on opposite sides of the ring.
But who's heel, who's face? I think they're pushing for a babyface Miz run.
They may be, and I'm not even saying I'm not locking in on Miz as the face or the heel. I'm just saying that's where I think that they're going.
Now, if it's me, I see that, but I think you might see at Mania a face Miz versus a heel Bryan.
That would make a lot of sense too, because that seems like something they were building to. And boy, I don't think anyone would have expected it to be under those circumstances with Miz as a babyface and Bryan as a heel. So who do you think they'll defend against? The Bar at WrestleMania, or?
Well, I'm saying even if they don't make it to Mania as a tag team, if they have Miz versus Bryan, that's one route. But if they do make it as a tag team, I don't even know right now. I would love it if the Good Brothers actually got a shot that they needed. Like those guys are money if they just let them have it.
That's not going to happen anytime. It's just there's just sometimes you can just tell when the level max has been reached, and I feel like they've reached that. Unfortunately, we all know they're capable of more. It's just that WWE sometimes just doesn't get into it. You know what I mean? So what else? There was a cute little, I guess you could call it like a receipt. AJ Styles going into the concessions and doing the anti-Daniel Bryan promo. Yeah,
that was good. It was different. And then I guess he got a little piece of Daniel Bryan at the end of it. But again, with this feud, and AJ did something earlier in the night where he just literally just came out after the women's match and then went into the crowd. That was the setup.
Yeah, that was him walking to the concessions.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where it's like, okay, what are they doing here? And then you saw what was going on. It's different.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm okay with it.
The Daniel Bryan thing, the way I describe it is I like his heel character. I think it works because it's him. You know, there's definitely I don't even want to call it an element of truth. It's who he is as far as that green stuff. I just wish it wasn't overnight. It was when he won the title and he just became this evil guy. Yeah. I wish he would have kind of started with babyface, carbon footprint stuff, and then kind of keep, doing so. This would have been just a slower turn to this monster.
But and I agree with that. But the thing is, when I was thinking that, it was one of those things these guys aren't going to boo Daniel. They're not going to boo him. He has been their guy for years, and he just came back after he retired. They're not going to boo him, and somehow it's working.
It is. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And then I feel like there's one major thing about the show. Or is there anything big that we're missing? Let me look. We got the Andrade match.
It wasn't as big as Raw. I know that. Maybe I missed it. Was there a promo for the incoming superstars?
Well, we saw them.
We saw them, but we never saw any more of those promos. I'm happy with that.
I haven't seen anything about this besides on the post-to-post page, but Mike said that it looks like all those call-ups are going to be doing both shows.
They are. Yes, they mentioned that it was either on Raw or SmackDown. They're going to be doing both shows until they kind of find the fit. That way, I guess it's both shows can see where
their answer is they don't know which brand they want them on yet.
But I mean, if you ask me, I think you need to put Nikki Cross on SmackDown with the rest of Sanity and do something with them.
I think you made the comment earlier. It's maybe it was someone on post to post. Either way, someone made the comment, I would like to see Nikki with Sanity. And I agree with that. But if they're just going to waste Sanity, save Nikki, throw her a life raft and don't.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you didn't watch NXT, you wouldn't know she was in Sanity. They haven't made any sort of correlation to that. What do you think of the coast to coast cake kick?
Oh, what a waste of cake, man. What a waste of cake.
It was funny because Brittany is not a wrestling fan, but she tolerates it when it's on.
Yeah.
She'll be on her phone or whatever. She saw those two big cakes there, and we as wrestling fans know that's a huge tell that someone's going through that cake. But she was like, "Oh, who's going through it?" And I was like, "It's probably going to be Cesaro and Sheamus."
Yeah.
That is what I hate with a capital H, ATE. I just hate how Shane only does these big spots that we see coming. I just can't. I don't like the elbow through the table anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care about the coast to coast anymore. It's cool, but because we see it every time, I hate it.
But I think those are his signature moves. Every wrestler has their signature moves. So, I think their mindset with that is, if people are going to see a Shane McMahon match and they don't see that coast to coast, they're going to be upset.
Okay, last night we didn't even see a Shane McMahon match.
No.
It was a Miz match.
But it was Shane McMahon getting the exclamation mark. He was getting that dot, like, just to finish it off. And I agree with that. But at the same time, yeah, like you said, we don't need to see it all the time.
Shane McMahon, to me, is just that video package that ran before. It's just like, I love that stuff from the Attitude Era, not even the personality stuff. It's just like, WrestleMania 17 shots of him going coast to coast. And those original falls off of Titantrons, like, those were memorable to me.
Yeah.
And then anything since his return in 2016 has missed with me.
Yeah.
I just can't explain it outside of that. I hate when, it's the day he returns and all of a sudden he's diving through tables again. Like, please.
Yeah.
I'm over that. So is there anything else you think we need to mention? There was Samoa Joe laying out Mustafa Ali. Don't really know where that's going. Are they feuding?
They're not, but I think that's going to be the next feud. Yeah.
Or was that just to send a message to the boys in the Rumble?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay. But it was a solid show. I feel like it was actually, to be honest with you, a pretty solid week of wrestling.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah. I mean, considering go back to the pay-per-view before Christmas.
Yeah.
This has been the best week they've had since then.
Oh, I agree completely.
By far. So, hey, speaking of good weeks, I appreciated having you in here with me.
Hey, man, anytime.
Yeah, I know that you're always happy to be a part of it. Is there anything you want to mention or anything? I don't know if you have any shows that you're going to be appearing at, or you're going to be on KDQ every afternoon.
Yeah, KDQ 3 to 7 every afternoon, 99.5, and Big B Pro Wrestling. We're going to be there every other week. So I guess not this weekend, but next Saturday.
Where is that?
It's at the Dugan Best Center in Owensboro.
Okay.
So
yeah, if you want to check
down
out
Omega Street.
And you're usually out there, right?
I'm usually out there with my bright, flashy suits.
You look handsome in that suit, by the way.
Thank you, man. That's the goal.
That was kind of the suit motif that Brittany went for. You wear white underneath, right?
I'll switch it up, white or black.
Okay, yeah. Well, either way, yeah, that was where I felt like I was looking my best when I married Brittany. I was wearing that. They call it postman blue.
Yeah.
So
you gotta have some style like that.
So every other week, that's where they're gonna be. You can catch them out, and you're always there with Mike, right?
Yeah,
Mike is.
Oh yeah, we're out there together.
Send him my love, please.
I will.
Yeah,
I will definitely tell him you said hey.
Happy belated birthday to him.
I will make sure he knows that.
I hope he keeps defending that belt. We'd love to see him on TV more.
Maybe one day I'll bring him in here, and
I'm looking at you when I say that.
Yeah.
I want to see him on TV more.
Hey, I'm working on it. Okay, you gotta give me time.
For myself, the Rob, my tag team partner, Travis, thanks for tuning in this week. Jerry's going to be back with us on Tuesday. We'll check out Raw, let you know what we think about that. That's all on Post to Post. Thank you, Travis.
No problem.